According to the textbook, We the People, a democracy is defined as a system of rule that permits citizens to play a significant part in the governmental process, usually through the election of key public officials. I believe that the United States does not operate as a democracy because of gerrymandering, which undermines the power of voters by creating unfair advantages for a political party or racial group. Gerrymandering is a process of drawing legislative districts whose representatives will eventually vote for the president. A specific form of gerrymandering is partisan gerrymandering, in which politicians from one party intentionally manipulate legislative district boundaries to disadvantage their political opponent's chance of winning an election and to advantage their own political party. Last July, this became a major issue in Utah, as it was brought to Utah's Supreme Court where arguments arose that the congressional map was drawn intentionally to dilute Democratic voters. More specifically, Democratic-leaning Salt Lake County was manipulated and drawn into 4 Republican districts. Intentionally manipulating legislative district boundaries to advantage one political party creates a false representation of the voters' values and views. This is undemocratic as it does not accurately reflect what voters in a legislative district want, which undermines their say and power. Another aspect of gerrymandering that is undemocratic is creating unfair advantages for a racial group. In 2020, the majority of white Americans identified with the Republican Party, while 65.1% of Black Americans and the majority of Hispanic and Asian Americans identified with the Democratic Party. This is significant to show how different races differ in their values and what legislation they support. Gerrymanderers will intentionally draw lines to exclude specific races, mostly people of color, to sway the legislative district toward their political party. The process of drawing legislative district lines based on race is undemocratic, as it does not ensure equitable representation and political power of excluded races. Moreover, legislation that is put forth will also affect races that are not represented, which diminishes their say in the matter. Overall, the United States does not operate as a democracy, because gerrymandering undermines the voice of voters by creating unfair advantages for a political party or racial group.